Have you ever looked at the palm of your hand and noticed something strange? Something that seems to have been there your whole life, yet only now is starting to make sense. There is a mark, a letter, an ancestral symbol etched into the skin of certain people. And what if I told you that this mark is not accidental, that it carries an ancient code, a cosmic signature that reveals who you truly are and why you are here now, in this exact moment of human history? Today, we are going to unveil the profound mystery of the M mark on the palm. And before this video ends, you will understand why your soul chose to carry this symbol, and what it means for the awakening of 2026. For millennia, mystics, healers, and seers around the world have observed human hands as living maps of the soul. They knew that certain people were born marked, not by chance, not by genetics, but by a spiritual contract sealed even before birth. The M mark, formed by the intersection of the lifeline, the heart line, the headline, and the fate line, does not appear on every palm. It is rare, and those who carry it hold a heritage that transcends linear time. Dolores Cannon, the pioneer of quantum hypnosis, an explorer of the deepest layers of human consciousness, dedicated decades of her life to mapping the soul contracts that certain people carry. In her thousands of regression sessions, she identified a revealing pattern. Those who carried specific physical markings, including the M, often belonged to an ancient spiritual lineage. They were souls who had chosen to incarnate repeatedly during crucial moments in Earth's evolution. Warriors of light, carriers of memory, keepers of frequencies. And now, in 2026, these souls are being called again. If you have the M mark on your palm, listen closely. What I'm about to share is not theory. It is recognition. It is remembrance. It is the truth your heart already knows, but your mind is still learning to accept. The first thing you must understand is this. You did not come here by accident. Your presence on this planet, in this body, at this time, was meticulously planned before you were born. Dolores Cannon described this process with crystal clarity in her books. Before incarnating, your soul met with a council of beings of light. Together, you reviewed your past lives, your unresolved challenges, your dormant gifts, and the mission you agreed to fulfill. And then, you chose this life, with all its obstacles, with all its pain, with all its beauty. And part of this choice included bringing with you a mark of recognition, a visible symbol that would serve as a reminder during moments of forgetfulness. The M mark is exactly that, a physical reminder of who you are when the veil of earthly amnesia tries to erase your true identity. But what does this mark really mean? First, it reveals heightened intuition. If you have the M, you know even when you try to deny it, that you feel things others don't feel. You pick up energies before they manifest physically. You dream of events that haven't happened yet. You meet people and immediately know whether you can trust them or not, without needing logical proof. This is not paranoia. It is not imagination. It is your spiritual antenna functioning exactly as it was designed. You are a receiver of subtle frequencies, a translator of invisible signals, and the more you honor this ability, the more it expands. Second, the M mark signals a deep connection with past lives. Dolores Cannon discovered that many marked souls had lived in ancient civilizations at Lemuria, Egypt, Tibet, sacred indigenous cultures where they served as priests, healers, seers, or keepers of knowledge. These experiences were not erased. They are encoded in your cellular memory. This is why you feel an inexplicable attraction to ancient symbols, to stones, to rituals, to forgotten wisdom. It is not romantic nostalgia. It is cellular recognition. Your body remembers what your mind forgot. Third, and perhaps most important, the M mark indicates that you are an energy transmuter. You came here to transform density into light, pain into wisdom, fear into love. And this is not a light task. It means you likely experienced intense challenges in life, traumas that didn't seem fair, losses that broke your heart, betrayals that shook your faith. But here is the secret few understand. You did not go through these experiences because you are weak. You faced them because you are strong enough to transform them. Every wound you healed in yourself lifted the collective frequency. Every pattern you broke freed generations. Your suffering was never in vain. It was always a portal of transmutation. And now, as we enter 2026, something is shifting. The Earth's frequencies are accelerating. What was hidden is being revealed. What was dormant is awakening. And those who carry the mist are feeling this more intensely than ever before. Perhaps you've noticed your sensitivity increasing dramatically in recent months. Sounds bother you more. Crowds drain you faster. Lies repel you instantly. At the same time, your perception has expanded. You see through masks. You feel the truth beneath words. You recognize other light carriers with just one look. This is not a nervous breakdown. It is a spiritual upgrade. Dolores Cannon spoke about the 3 waves of volunteers. Souls who came from other dimensions to help Earth through its transition. If you carry the M, there is a high probability that you belong to one of these waves. And your activation is not optional. It is already happening. Every time you choose truth over convenience. Every time you honor your intuition instead of other people's opinions. Every time you refuse to dim your light to make others comfortable. You are fulfilling your contract. But let me be clear about something important. Having the M mark does not make you superior to anyone. It does not give you the right to judge. It does not exempt you from inner work. In fact, the opposite is true. The greater the mark, the greater the responsibility. You were chosen not to be admired, but to serve. Not to accumulate power, but to distribute light. And the only way to fulfill your mission is through radical humility, unconditional love, and unwavering commitment to truth. You may be wondering, what if I don't know my specific mission? That is an honest question, and the answer may surprise you. Your mission is not necessarily something grand that will change the entire world. Sometimes your mission is simply to remain anchored in light, while others around you collapse. Sometimes it's offering a kind word to a stranger at the exact moment they were about to give up. Sometimes it's healing your family lineage, breaking patterns of pain that repeated for generations. Sometimes it's just being authentic in a world that rewards falseness. Your presence is your mission. Your frequency is your service. Your healing is your contribution. And you will know you are on the right path when you feel peace even in chaos. When you feel certainty even in uncertainty. When you feel love even when everything around you seems to be falling apart. Now, there is something else I must reveal. The M mark also carries a warning, because with great gifts come great temptations. You have the ability to read people, to influence energies, to manifest realities, and that power can be used to serve the ego or to serve the soul. Dolores Cannon encountered souls who, in past lives, had used their gifts for manipulation, control, or personal gain, and the karma of those choices followed them across ink, not as punishment, but as an opportunity for correction. If you have the M mark, you are being invited to choose consciously, every day, which master you will serve, fear or love, separation or unity, power over others or empowerment of others. This choice is not made once. It is made in every thought, every word, every action. And in 2026, these choices have faster consequences than ever before. What you plant today, you harvest tomorrow. The law of return is accelerating. Clarity is emerging. Cosmic justice is manifesting in ways that can no longer be ignored. But here is the good news. If you are hearing these words now, if your heart is racing, if tears are coming without an apparent reason, it is because your soul recognizes the truth. And that recognition is the first step of awakening. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't need to understand everything. You just need to say yes. Yes to your intuition. Yes to your sensitivity. Yes to your strangeness. Yes to your mission. Even if you don't know exactly how it will unfold. Because the truth is this, you always knew. Since childhood, you knew you were different. You knew you saw what others didn't see. You felt what others didn't feel. You tried to fit in. You tried to be normal. You tried to dim your light so you wouldn't bother anyone. But it didn't work, did it? Because you cannot betray your essential nature without becoming ill, without disconnecting, without losing your vitality. The M mark on your palm is a gentle but firm reminder. You did not come here to fit in. You came here to shine, to question, to transform, to open paths where only walls existed before. And as we approach 2026, the calling is getting louder. You are being invited to step out of the shadows, to claim your gifts, to speak your truth, to take your place in the great planetary transformation that is happening now, not in some distant future. Now, look at your hand again. See the M mark not as an anatomical coincidence, but as a divine signature. A promise you made before you were born. A seal of authenticity that no external force can erase. You are a bearer of light, a warrior of frequency, a transmuter of density, and the universe is waiting for you to fully remember. So, what will you do with this information? Will you ignore it and go back to sleep? Or will you allow it to ignite the fire that has always been within you? The choice, as always, is yours. But know this, you did not come this far by accident. Every step, every challenge, every synchronicity brought you to this exact moment. This moment of recognition, this moment of decision, this moment of activation. The M mark on your palm is your cosmic invitation. And 2026 is the year you finally accept it. Welcome back. Dear soul, we have been waiting for you. And now that you remember, now that you know, the real work begins. And it will be the most beautiful, most challenging, and most meaningful journey of your life. Because finally, you are living in alignment with who you truly are. And there is no greater freedom than that.